My dad and I are strangers. One day, our relationship has been like someone streaming obscene adult scenes in incognito mode. So there is no history between us. Get your name, she follow Batila. I carry more than just his genes. I carry his hunger too. It is the anger I have for him. And anger is the only emotion I have ever known that by the age of 13, I started hating myself. I started hating the God I was created to be, to love, to care for. How much of myself have I lost in the hands of people that didn't know how to love me? All because I was searching for a father, for someone, for something that can hold my hand longer than the hands of time ever could. At 18, I was always neat like a neon sign, trying to find something close to the warmth of a father's arms, but all I found were cigarette sticks to keep me warm through the cold, suicidal thoughts and anxious nights. At 20, my exes told me I had daddy issues and that I needed him. So I started praying. I started talking to God, but he too reminded me so much of my dad, so my prayers were never finished but just abandoned because I find it hard to communicate when I am the only one talking. At 23, I gave up. Because one thing about being heartbroken by your dad is you never really gather the courage to confront him. You learn to swallow your anger at a very young age, and anger is that feeling that never digests its lifespan, seems to expand each time that you breathe. Last year, we finally said goodbye to you, Dad. And as I watched the earth swallow your coffin, I learned that when someone close to you dies, crying is easier to swallow than grief. And with all that grief, I didn't know how to cry for you, Dad. I don't know if I was still angry or I just needed you to be alive so you can apologize for all the bad days that you missed, for all the times when I was being bullied in high school and that I don't want to talk to because Mom had a ritual where she cried for you every night, Dad. I am now 25 and I still feel the need to find a kind of love that is familiar to that of yours and every other person that hasn't loved me right. A world without a father is a cold one. So maybe that's why I'm always trying to find warmth between broken sides. Thank you. You know, dealing with that issues is so hard. But when insala, it's hard to deal with hunger, insala. So that I won't push out for you, waliumfwapo insala. Waliumfwapo insala, waliumfwapo shileshu ya mtule kunda mtule. Waliumfwapo insala. Waliumfwapo insala, waliumfwapo shileshu kunda chaka lumba, akaibisha kusa kwa mfula. Aliyesali la kanifa. Na kanimofi koti ba kandile Yesu insala ila kanifa. Mwimbone finde mweka. Mayo twalali lenyao. Mumala. Mudispo we muyela ngemiso wa shaba gomwe. Nelina shilai sana shiluba mwa tontonkani. Mushewele sa chishu wa fulamina. Nilani kwa ipe, niluruti kubwa kunya kufikole, pantuno wa kuposa subada kabala, kwesukunole satomfika. Where I come from, we do not see the sun like a prisoner in solitary confinement, But tell me, what crime did we commit to be born? Because where I come from, our fathers were swallowed by hardships like a hungry street kid swallows his first meal. So they turned to drugs to silence the pain. But that's how they came to love drugs more than they loved us. So they turned to preachers to grow a little hope. But the preachers say, God does not bless the man when the tithe bucket is empty. So they turned to politicians. But the politicians were too greedy that even the crumbs that fell from their tables, they could not give to the dogs. Where I come from, hardship swallowed our mothers like a hungry pack of wolves. Because just like them, their daughters were mothers at 16, and their sons were lost, like flying an angel, never to be found. So when I ask you, waliumfwapo, insala, I mean, have you ever been hungry that you asked yourself, am I going to be swallowed?